The world still keeps its secrets. Far beyond the famous landmarks and tourist trails, there are places so breathtaking, so unreal, they seem born of dreams. Yet they exist, hidden in plain sight. These are some of the most beautiful natural wonders you've never heard of. Here, in the Guangxi region of southern China, the earth has painted a masterpiece. For centuries, poets, painters and travellers have sought to capture the ethereal beauty of the Li River. Stretching roughly 83 kilometres or 52 miles, the river flows past towering limestone peaks, hidden caves and villages that seem untouched by time. The most famous stretch lies between Guilin and Yangshuo, where every turn reveals new marvels. Like the Elephant Trunk Hill, a massive limestone hill that looks just like a giant elephant dipping its trunk into the river to drink, and Yellow Cloth Shoal, whose mirrored reflection creates a perfect symmetry between earth and water. The most popular way to experience the Li River is by boat cruise, drifting for 4 to 5 hours through scenes that feel otherworldly. The river's surface is often cloaked in morning mist, softening the jagged peaks into silhouettes that fade into the horizon. To journey along the Li River is to step into a Chinese painting, to witness a living poem of stone and water. In the top right part of Brazil, right by the Atlantic Ocean, there's a place that just doesn't make sense. At first glance, Lençóis Maranhenses looks like a classic desert, vast shimmering dunes that ripple like ocean waves frozen in time. But unlike true deserts, this region receives abundant rainfall during the first half of the year. Between January and June, torrential rains collect in the valleys between the dunes, forming thousands of freshwater lagoons in brilliant shades of turquoise, emerald and sapphire. By July and August, when the skies clear and the sun shines brightly, the lagoons reach their fullest, creating an otherworldly landscape of blue lagoons against blinding white sand, a spectacle that has made it a global icon of natural beauty. The park spans more than 1,500 square kilometres or 580 square miles, yet it remains largely untouched by human development. The dunes shift continuously under the coastal winds, sculpting new forms and patterns each year. Beneath the sand lies an impermeable layer of rock and clay, preventing rainwater from seeping away and giving rise to the shimmering lagoons that define the park's seasonal magic. Lençóis is more than a natural spectacle. It's a reminder of the planet's extraordinary diversity. Tucked away in the rugged landscape of northeastern Bohemia, near the Polish border, lies one of Europe's most mysterious and enchanting natural wonders, the Adršpach Teplice rock town. Over 90 million years ago, this region lay beneath a prehistoric sea. Over time, the elements sculpted the sandstone into the surreal formations that now rise dramatically above the forest. Today, the area is a protected national nature reserve with its two main sections, Adršpach rocks and Teplice rocks, forming one of the largest sandstone formations in Central Europe. Pillars up to 100 metres or 328 feet high, weathered arches, deep gorges and caves that twist and turn like corridors in a forgotten fortress. Each rock has its own name and legend. The lovers, the mayor and the mayoress, the sugarloaf and the tooth, reflecting the Czech people's long-held fascination with this landscape. In a country known for its castles and historic towns, the The rock town stands apart as a natural masterpiece, a realm of stone giants, hidden lakes, and endless wonder. In the arid interior of British Columbia, Canada, lies a body of water that defies ordinary description. Known as Spotted Lake, it transforms each summer into a landscape dotted with brilliant circles of blue, green, and yellow. For most of the year, Spotted Lake appears as a modest saltwater pond nestled amid arid hills. But as the hot Okanagan summer evaporates the water, something extraordinary happens. Dozens of colourful spots begin to appear across its surface. These circles, some large and others small, are created by the lake's exceptionally high concentration of minerals and salts, including magnesium sulfate, calcium and sodium sulfates. Each mineral crystallizes at different rates and in different colours, forming a patchwork of vivid hues that shift with the season and sunlight. Scientifically, Spotted Lake is a remarkable example of evaporitic mineral formation, where the combination of high temperatures, low rainfall, and unique geology creates one of the densest natural mineral deposits in North America. Deep in the remote wilderness of Patagonia, on the shimmering waters of General Carrera Lake, lies one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in South America, the Marble Caves. Located in Chile's Aysén region, the caves were formed by the erosive action of water against solid calcium carbonate over 6,000 years. The waves of General Carrera Lake, South America's second-largest freshwater lake, have patiently sculpted the marble cliffs into smooth, swirling formations that reflect the light like polished mirrors. What makes the caves so mesmerizing is their ever-changing color palette. Depending on the time of day, the season, and the water's clarity, the walls shift from deep sapphire and cobalt to soft teal and silver. The cave's appearance changes dramatically throughout the year. During spring and summer, the snow melt from the Andes gives the lake a brilliant turquoise hue, illuminating the marble in vivid tones. In autumn and winter, the lower water levels reveal more of the rock formations, highlighting their textures and natural veins of white and grey. Every visit feels unique, a reminder that the marble caves are not static sculptures, but a living masterpiece, shaped constantly by time, water, and light. On Iceland's wild southern coast lies a place where nature's raw power and artistry collide: Reynisfjara Beach. Reynisfjara was born from volcanic fury. The black sands that stretch endlessly along the coastline are made of pulverized lava fragments, remnants of eruptions from the nearby Katla volcano, one of Iceland's most powerful and active. Over thousands of years, the relentless waves of the North Atlantic have smoothed this volcanic debris into a shimmering jet-black shoreline. But what truly sets it apart are its basalt sea stacks and cliffs, striking geometric formations that rise dramatically from the beach like the pipes of a colossal organ. These towering hexagonal columns, known as gardar, were formed when lava cooled rapidly, fracturing into near-perfect shapes that seem too precise to be natural. Just offshore, 3 jagged sea stacks pierce the horizon, known collectively as Reynisfjara. According to Icelandic legend, these formations were once trolls who tried to drag a ship to shore. But as dawn broke, sunlight turned them to stone, freezing their struggle forever in time. Local folklore infuses the landscape with mystery, reminding visitors that in Iceland the line between myth and geology is as thin as the mist rolling off the sea. Off the rugged southern coast of Western Australia lies a spectacle so striking it seems almost unreal. A lake that gleams with vivid pink waters surrounded by deep green eucalyptus forest and the brilliant blue of the Indian Ocean. Lake Hillier rests on Middle Island, the largest of the Reynisfjara archipelago, a remote chain of islands near the town of Esperance. The lake itself is relatively small, but its colour is unlike anything else on Earth. Seen from above, it glows like a splash of pink ink dropped into the turquoise sea, a perfect natural contrast that mesmerises everyone who witnesses it. Discovered in 1802 by British explorer Matthew Flinders, who climbed the island's highest peak and marvelled at the lake's rosy hue, Lake Hillier has fascinated scientists and travellers ever since. Unlike many other colourful lakes around the world, Hillier's vivid pink colour is permanent. It doesn't fade when the water is removed or when seasons change. Scientists believe the lake's unique hue is caused by a combination of microorganisms that thrive in its salty environment, particularly a type of microalgae called Dunaliella salina. These tiny organisms produce carotenoid pigments similar to those found in carrots, which tint the water a brilliant shade of pink. In a country famous for its coral reefs, red deserts and turquoise coastlines, Lake Hillier stands out as a vivid masterpiece of contrast and wonder. High in the northwestern corner of Yellowstone National Park, where steam drifts through crisp mountain air and mineral terraces glisten in shades of white, gold and orange, lies one of the planet's most surreal natural wonders, Mammoth Hot Springs. Unlike the geysers and hot pools that define much of Yellowstone, Mammoth Hot Springs is a living sculpture, shaped over thousands of years by hot water rising from the Earth's depths. As geothermal water, heated by the park's massive underground volcanic system, travels through limestone beneath the surface, it dissolves calcium carbonate. When the hot water reaches the surface and cools, the calcium carbonate crystallizes, forming travertine terraces, brilliant layers of mineral stone that build up inch by inch, year after year. The result is a mesmerizing landscape that appears frozen in motion, a stairway of ivory and gold constantly shifting as the hot springs carve new paths and old terraces fade away. No two visits to Mammoth Hot Springs are ever the same. Nature redraws the scene every day. What makes the hot springs so unforgettable is its colour, an otherworldly mix of white, amber, orange and green. These hues come not from the minerals themselves, but from heat-loving microorganisms called thermophiles, which thrive in the warm waters flowing across the terraces. Few places on Earth display nature's artistry as vividly as Mammoth Hot Springs. From the delicate curves of its terraces to the vibrant colours that hint at life in extreme conditions, it stands as a masterpiece sculpted by time, heat and motion.